Damn it, Hammett. I love you. Greetings, Suckamaniacs, and welcome to another installment of Weekend Wankshop, here with your good old pal, Uncle Ben. I just got back from playing the Shiprocked cruise with my rock and roll cover band, the Riders of Brohand, and boy did I ever have a blast. I saw a bunch of you Suckamaniacs while I was out there. Got to jam with dudes like Corey Glover from Living Colour and Frankie Bella from Anthrax, play a bunch of cool tunes, drink a lot of beer, and overall have a swell time. Thanks to everybody who was a part of that. I had a blast. But now that I'm done with fun in the Caribbean sun, I'm back to show you guys a lick in the style of one Kirk Hammett, of a band you might have heard of called Metallica. Now, it seems like it's kind of a cool thing among the Shred-Eye Night elite to put down Kirk Hammett and make fun of him for stuff like his mosquito vibrato or his passion for wearing vests with no shirts, or even his lethal wah pedal addiction. I know I've been guilty of it myself. But you know what, damn it? Would you have wanted to hear any different solo during Enter Sandman or Sad But True or any of those other classic Metallica songs? He wrote some really catchy stuff, I'm not gonna lie. And another really good point that I have to share with you guys is one that my guitar student Brent Fox shared with me a while back that kind of spun things around for me about Kirk Hammett, which is totally true. The guy never claims to be like the sickest guitar player in the world, you know? I've never read a single interview with Kirk Hammett where he was like, wait till you guys hear my solos on the new Metallica record, they're setting a new bar for guitar playing. Come to think of it, I've never really heard himself give himself too many props or anything like that. He seems like a really humble dude that knows exactly what kind of guitar player he is, so at least hand him that. Today's lick isn't from any particular Metallica song, it actually might be from several different Metallica songs. Lots of Metallica tunes are in the key of E minor, and lots of the solos use the E minor pentatonic scale, and they use similar licks to the ones that we're talking about today. This would be a cool lick to use over an E minor based riff like you hear in a lot of Metallica songs, or even an E minor chord, or you could even sneak it into like an E minor blues rock kind of context too. It's fairly easy. It uses our good friend, the E minor pentatonic scale. That whole thing. Incorporate some pull-offs and some picking and all kinds of other cool shit to get you chicks. First things first, let's hear that lick again at stepdad speed. Alright children, like I said, this lick is based around the E minor pentatonic scale, which if you don't know it, is this one. It goes E, G, A, B, D, E. That's it. Guitar terms, it's going to start like this. Playing an old 7-string rig today, so ignore this top string. Odds are you don't have it. So I'm going to be starting off here on the E string. That's the top string on your guitar here. Fret number 12, which is our E note. Fret 15, which is our G note. Fret 12 on the A string, which is our A note. Fret 14, which is a B note. And move on to the D string here. Fret 12, which is D. 14, which is E. We're entering into the second octave of the scale now. G string, fret 12, which is G. 14th fret G, which is A. 12th fret B, which is a B. 15th fret B, which is a D. 12th fret high E, which is an E note. 15th fret high E, which is a G note. We're also going to be using this 17th fret E string, which is an A note. For a lot of you guys, that might seem like it's outside of the pentatonic box, and it's like, where did that come from? Important thing to understand about a scale, like I've said many times, a scale is a set of notes. A scale is not a fretboard pattern. The fretboard pattern just happens to generate the correct set of notes. The scale is E, G, A, B, D, E. So I can play any E, any G, any A, any B, and so on, all across the neck. Another kind of clue as to why this note up here, the 17th fret E string, the A note, why it works, you could look at it this way. The 14th fret G string, just think about the octave of that note. So 14th fret G is an A note. Its octave is the 17th fret IE, also an A note. That's part of why that note is working, if you kind of want to use some fretboard geography to help yourself find it. So there you go. So here's our entire scale pattern. And that's basically it. And as always, Suckamaniacs, you can find a tab for this lick on my Instagram page. Search Instagram for Ben Eller Guitars and you'll find it. You'll find a complete tab for this as well as all the other weekend Wankshop licks. So you can wank to your heart's delight. Okay, this lick is only going to use the top two strings here, the E string and the B string. We're not going to use any of these other ones here, so screw them. Here's how the lick starts off. It's a little repeating lick. Again, Kirk has used licks like this in countless Metallica songs, so you've heard those before. That's the first half of the lick. Now all that I'm doing is starting off by anchoring my index finger down here on the 12th fret high E string on that E note. And first I'm going to play the 15th fret on the E, that's that G note. I'm going to pick it and then pull it off to that 12. Then I'm going to descend to the next note in the scale, which is the D note, 15th fret B. And then I'm going to go back a note to that 12th E. So we had 15 E pulling off to 12 E, 15th B, back to 12th E. The next part of the lick is the exact same thing, but just play two pull-offs at the first. So again, that was the exact same lick, it's just that I did the 15 to 12 pull-off 2 times. Notice I picked it both times. So now we should have this, 1 pull-off, then 2 pull-offs. And then do the 2 pull-offs again. That's the first half of the lick. And again, this is all even 16th notes. After this is where we're going to start reaching up into that high A note. Start using some pull-offs there. Again, index finger just going to be anchored here at fret number 12, alright? That's the next segment of the lick. All we're doing here is playing that A note here on fret number 17. Which you'll stretch on right here. Pulling off to 12. Descending to the next note in the scale, which is that 15th B. Back to the root note of the scale, 12th E. So that was... Then you're going to play the same thing, but just doing the pull off here on fret number 15. So we're going to go 15th E to 12th E, descend down, back to 12th E. Okay, so now we got this. 17 pulling off to 12, 15th B, 12th E, 15 on the E pulling off to 12, 15th B, 12th E, then just do all that again. So we're going to go like this. Same thing again. And I'm wrapping it up by hitting the 15th fret B once more and applying a whole step bend. So that way it ends on the root note of the scale, which is E, a good strong note to land on. Okay, so we started off with the single pull-off, double pull-off part. Then we did the reach up high. And again. Capping it off with that sexy bend. Beautimous! And of course, as always, I'd like to encourage you guys to get creative with this stuff and not just play these licks note for note like what I'm showing you. Take these ideas and mutate them into your own thing. Maybe try a lick where you start off with some of those high pull-offs and odd patterns. Something like that, you know? Again, just mixing up the pattern a little bit. It's the same basic sort of framework of licks, same basic ideas. You could even take this idea and put it into other parts of the pentatonic scale. And come up with your own licks like that. Again, just simple repeating phrases, only using a handful of notes. But the basic idea is you're taking this information that I'm giving you, mutating it into your own thing, kind of stealing it, chewing it up, spitting it out, turning it into your own thing. That's how you start to build your voice up as a player. Rip off other stuff, turn it into your own stuff. Yeah. So there you go, Suckamaniacs. Another sick lick to add to the old wank bank. Don't forget to upload a vidya of you playing this week's lick. Upload it to Instagram, hashtag it weekendwankshop. That way Uncle Ben here can check your progress out and mock you ruthlessly. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit me up for some one-on-one Skype lessons. Hit me up at benellerguitars@gmail.com. Put lessons in the subject line so I'll read it. Let's book a time and talk about scales and modes and all that good stuff that you need to become a great success in life. Thanks again so much. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ben Eller Guitars, and tune in next week for more sick stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Keep your foot off that wah pedal. Have a good time. Peace.